All right, welcome to another episode of The Unknown Hosts, where a couple of guys, some guys, people you know or may not know, talk about video games. Welcome, guys. I am Knif, and I have Ross up here
Mhm.
on my left. And today we have a special guest with us, Mech, a longtime viewer and supporter of our channel. He's here in the chat hanging out, and today he is here talking with us. How are you doing today, Mech?
I'm doing fantastic. And yourself?
I'm great. I'm actually really glad to see that you also sport the facial hair. I
Yes,
was a little
yes.
worried, I was like, I don't know this Met guy. I don't know who's gonna be coming on this show,
I feel
but
like that should be a requirement.
yeah,
Facial hair of
yeah,
some sort if
yeah.
you want
Facial
to be
hair,
on our show.
Minimum
absolutely
requirement must have growth.
must
Yes.
have growth. Stubble gets you at least in the door. We'll talk, but if you have growth, you're on. You're on.
Absolutely.
Guaranteed.
So what have you been up to, Mech? What's new in your world? What are you playing?
Right now, I've been playing Madden 16,
Oh, nice.
and I've actually been revisiting Assassin's Creed Black Flag.
Black Flag. Okay, yeah, that was a free game for Xbox Gold a couple months ago, I think.
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
yes, it was.
And when
Really
did
liked
Madden?
that one.
Yeah, it was a good one. When did Madden come out? Just recent,
And it
right?
came out officially
2 days.
yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay.
Did you guys
Nice.
hear about the Uber deal on Madden? We didn't have it
I
on.
saw somebody post about it. What is the deal? You have to like get a ride and they'll give you a free code or what?
Not even that. Like, if you lived in a city where, like, an NFL city, like
Uh-huh.
if you're in Kansas City, not any other part of like Kansas or Missouri, but Kansas City itself,
Uh-huh.
and you went to Uber, you could order them to just bring you a free copy of Madden, as long as they had them out there. It was just like this
What?
crazy
Wait,
promotional thing. Yeah,
so
you didn't
did
have
you
to
have to
pay.
pay? You have to pay
Yeah,
anybody?
nothing. Not even like a tip. Like I
Ah.
saw someone online say they tried to tip the driver and they're like, nope, it's on. It's all on Uber.
So
So
I wonder who footed the bill. I wonder if NFL kind of tribute contributed in, and then Uber chipped in, or if it was all Uber, or if it was all EA and Uber. I don't know. That's
yeah, I'm assuming EA pretty much gave him the copies. Like it's a
yeah.
big promotional thing for them too. And it like I don't play Madden regularly, but
That
if
could
I
have.
live in an NFL city
Think
and I
about
want,
if
it's free.
yeah, if more people heard about it, like
Wow.
that could have hit EA pretty hard. I think if I don't know. It depends on how popular it was.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a limited thing. Not everybody got a copy. Like it was
Okay,
just until they ran out, but it was
I
still
got you.
a cool promotional thing.
I got you.
Mhm.
Well, I
Wow.
just wanted to
That's
say
great.
what's up to everybody in chat. Bauer, Dopiri, Dop. How do you say that? Dopiriora, Lucid. What's going on, guys? Welcome, welcome. Um, Ross, what have you been into this couple weeks or
Uh,
last week?
I just got done playing episode 1 of Life is Strange on YouTube Gaming, but we'll get around
Nice.
to that a little bit later. And enjoyed it. Like a lot of people said, it's a slow start, but I like the way that they're telling the story and like building the characters and
Yeah,
like.
it's a great game. I've finished episode 4 recently, and I won't spoil anything.
Cool.
But it is beautifully done. The soundtrack is great. The
Hmm.
storyline's a little on the dark side, uh, some heavy topics, but otherwise it is a fantastic game.
Yeah.
It's absolutely beautiful.
What I keep hearing, everybody really likes it, and still working on Witcher 3. I got Until Dawn, but
Uh,
my fiance and I are going to play that one together, so I haven't started it yet.
yeah.
And then just otherwise, really looking forward to Metal Gear Solid 5 next week.
I feel like those experience games like Last of Us or Until Dawn or those, it's like almost everybody kind of makes their way around to it eventually. You may not play it when it comes out, but you may have watched somebody play a little bit of it and then you're like, "Oh yeah, I'm going to pick that up later." And it seems like a lot of people kind of make their way to those games cuz they're so good and so well written.
Yeah.
So that's pretty
Okay.
cool.
So, no, Dopier Aura.
Dope Aurora. All right.
Dopier Aura. Pretty much. If you sound it out one syllable at a time,
There you
that's
go.
about right.
Oh yeah,
Say
Bauer.
it 10 times fast.
Is that right? I
Versus
couldn't.
Life is Strange is amazing
Yeah,
too.
Bauer was streaming it as well.
Yeah.
I watched him streaming a little bit. So,
Really cool.
I have just kind of been up to setting up
And
my
who's-
PC stream. I got a second PC and I want to play console games and PC games through a two PC stream setup, and I'm kind of just working out the kinks and settings and lighting and all that. Um, so yeah, hopefully I need to get back to my solo channel. I haven't streamed on my solo channel in like a while, like at least 3 weeks.
Mhm.
So that's not good. So I need to do that, and I'll probably check out YouTube Gaming, but
Mhm.
we'll see how it shapes
Yeah.
up.
Cool.
So yeah, we just kind of want to jump into some intro topics.
Yeah,
This
definitely.
weekend, PAX, we got a big event coming up for a lot of video gamers and streamers alike. PAX. You guys heard anything about PAX or anticipating anything? Big news from PAX?
I don't know. Like a lot of the time, PAX, kind of works as like a layman's version of E3, where
Yeah.
like regular people can go there and play all the big games and stuff. So
Yeah. So
I don't
more
know.
just an extra opportunity to get hands on.
Yeah, like
Play.
here's some normal people talk about all these games, or
Yeah.
people who aren't like paid
Right.
to talk about them.
Right.
Yeah, I looked at the schedule and there seemed to be a lot of console tournaments. There was a few PC tournaments. Saw some tabletop tournaments going on. I thought I saw some autograph sessions, some panel sessions. So it looked like a pretty filled session that they were going to do this year. So
Yeah.
it looked pretty good.
Right on. And we had thought about doing some coverage for it, but I think we will err on the side of not, just because we weren't prepared, and there's be plenty of coverage out there.
What we'll probably
to
do,
watch.
like I'm sure there'll be some stories out of there that'll
Yeah,
be worth
we'll
reporting
pick
on. So,
we'll
like,
pick
the
some
big
stuff to talk about next week.
Mhm.
That'll work. That'll work. And then officially 1 month from yesterday is TwitchCon, September 25th and 26th. TwitchCon in San Francisco, California. Ross and I will be there. If anybody is going to be at TwitchCon, feel free to hit us up. Meet up, do whatever. We'll probably try to be catching some video footage to show you guys. We might do some live streams from the event. We're not sure. We'll kind of keep you updated as that gets closer.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. There's a lot of opportunities. I think last week we talked about opportunities to win chances, or was it 2 weeks ago when I did it by myself?
Yeah,
to
there have
win
been a number
chances.
of
Yeah,
competitions and stuff. So hopefully some people have managed to get some tickets, but I mean, there are only so many to go around.
right.
Yeah, it's already stolen out. I went to the website and just kind of looked, and I think the 2-day like package pass or whatever was already sold out. So
Yeah. Yeah, and it's their first year, so I'm sure there'll be some hiccups too. So maybe it's in some ways it's a blessing to not go and like let the people that go the first year kind of dredge through the hiccups and the mistakes, and then next year it'll be really good.
Like E3 coverage.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
We will improve as Twitch. Be par and par.
Mhm.
Next topic, the Flock. We want to. We're gonna be giving away a couple copies of this game.
Mhm.
Other than that, it's not a super impressive game. I was anticipating a really good mechanic, a really good idea, a game philosophy, so to speak. The actual gameplay.
And I might do a review. I got some video footage for it. I haven't done anything on a review yet for it. I think there's some cool central ideas to it. Like I actually really like the idea of just building a game around what is essentially freeze tag. Like it's one person runs around with a light, and then everybody else like kind of runs around and tries to attack them or tag them really. And if the light shines on someone while it's or one of the creatures that are attacking while they're moving, then they die. But you can stand still and you'll petrify, and then it won't do it. And that's cool. It's just not much to hang a whole game on.
Right.
And there's only 3 maps, and it's $17. So for free, cool. But Topier Aura says, how exactly you win one of these copies?
We'll let you know.
Yeah, that'll be at the end of the show. We'll
at the end
figure
of the
out.
show.
Just stay tuned. We'll
Definitely stay tuned.
we'll do
Mech, have you
something.
heard anything about this game at all?
I watched a video on YouTube, and it was kind of a depressing video. It was, I think this guy was trying to get into a match, and it threw him in the tutorial world or something, and he was all by himself, running around, doing nothing, and it was just a sad video.
Yeah, and even sometimes when you do get into a quick match with other people, it still feels like you're doing nothing, because sometimes people drop from a match, and there's only 5 people in a match to begin with.
Mhm.
I could see where it would be a really cool experience if, let's say, I'm streaming and I have 4 other friends that I know are streaming and I know want to play a game together. It would be cool for maybe 2 hours of back and forth with that.
At
But
most.
that's about it. But hey, free is free. We'll be giving away 2 free copies later. So with that, I think we're gonna jump into our next segment: the good, the bad, and
We have
all right. All
We have
right.
Mr. Bean here speaking in French, which is very uncharacteristic of a British man. But
It doesn't. To be
For
fair, he doesn't
joining
say
us.
Mr. Bean. He just says Bean.
But then he says, "Je m'appelle Mr. Bean." So
Oh, there you
yes,
go.
that
He's
is
22.
his name.
Unfortunately, I do not speak the language.
Born on the 22nd of 1955. Anyway.
All right.
That's over my head too.
Yeah. So our first topic with Good, Bad, the Kappa today, YouTube gaming has officially launched, as promised. It's a new YouTube feature, new streaming live, geared towards gaming live stream. But they've also mentioned other channels have the opportunity to stream too, but they're focusing just on gaming side of it right now, I guess. Guys know anything more about YouTube gaming? I think Ross, you streamed from it today, actually.
Yeah, I spent quite a bit of time or this afternoon trying it out because I just wanted to see how it compared, especially on a technical level. Because like Twitch, it seems like every time you do something, at some point, like it'll kind of freeze for people or something will be off, and they'll like get back to you on that. And YouTube was really, really solid on that. And the other thing I was more concerned about was like discovery and like community, because Twitch has a really strong community and it's pretty easy to go to a page and see what's out there. And I had a really good experience. Like we had, or on my Life is Strange, I had about 50 people at a time, all like really engaged and actually chatting and having a really good time. Like I got like 40 new subscribers in like under 3 hours. It was
Nice.
pretty amazing and like just a lot of fun, very few hiccups. There are a couple like weird things to it that I noticed, like doing highlights. You can do highlights while you're streaming, but you don't want to stop in the like while you're live streaming and try to dig out chunks. Like you'd rather do that after the fact.
Right.
And you can do it, but you have to like go around through a roundabout way. Like you have to go to regular YouTube, you have to go into create, edit, and then like play with it from that. And there are other weird features. Like there's really no video management from Twitch or from not Twitch, YouTube Play or gaming.youtube.com. It's mostly a user interface difference. But yeah, I had a blast, had a really good experience. So
Cool. Well, yeah, it definitely has its advantages. I mean, it already has the HTML5 player and video source. Another thing I noticed is that you can pause. You can pause a live stream, and it's saving up to 4 hours, I think. So I can rewind and go back, and let's say, I'm watching a competitive Counter-Strike or League of Legends. I can pause it, run to the restroom, grab some food, come back, and not miss it. To where Twitch, you can't do that. I don't know if Twitch has plans to add that or not. That's one thing.
That's one of those things I always forget Twitch doesn't have.
Yeah,
because like every other like live stream thing has that option.
Yeah, you would think it does. I didn't like the user interface of YouTube yet. Like, I mean, I think anything with transition, you're gonna feel a little weird.
Yeah.
I use Twitch a lot, and I've kind of gotten into these, routines of how I browse Twitch, and so it just feels different. I don't know, Mech, have you been on yet?
I have not. I've not checked that out yet.
Literally just went live today, so.
Yeah, I've been at work all day, so I didn't get a chance to look at that.
It's interesting. Yeah. It's interesting how it displays. It's almost it's a live streaming platform, but it still is almost like pointing you to that channel's videos before you get to their live stream. That makes sense. So like you have games over here, and you've got channels over here, and then save your favorites and stuff. And let's say I click on a channel, it brings up kind of their channel like landing page. There it has links to their videos, about them, and then I have to click another button to actually get to their live channel. So it's I don't know.
The live page is separate. Like you have to click that, and then it'll bring up a dedicated live page. But on the right, they have all their featured users, and then if you scroll down, it starts to get into the more popular of regular ones.
Right.
I think more popular. It was really hard to tell on launch day because you never knew if the most popular things were just at the top or whether those were featured.
I anticipate them to get feedback over the next month, and I think we're going to see a few tweaks to their UI and how you browse and discover. And that's the thing with any service. As it develops, the UI will change and how you use it. So we'll see. Is it good or bad? I mean, I say it's good because it's competition. I hope Twitch can keep up. I'm a bias towards Twitch just because I've been using it for a while now, and sense of community I've gotten over there has seemed to be more or better suited for this type of idea than YouTube. But that's just my opinion. But it's good in my.
Yeah, I'm going good. For the same reason, like with competition, but I actually really like. There are definitely shortcomings, but for something that just launched today, I think the UI is excellent. Like, I actually really like the fact that every page you can just go over to the right and find streamers, or go to the left and you can find whatever game you want, or you can just search the thing at the top anytime, and you don't have to pull up dedicated pages for any of that.
Right.
It's technically much more solid from what I experienced. I mean, we're not gonna like jump ship or anything right now. Like,
Yeah.
we're pretty happy with the show on here and community we're getting, but like for my personal stuff, I think I'm gonna use it more. Like, again, like so many people were willing to jump on and communicate and seem to have such a good time that like I didn't feel like the community was any worse than Twitch. It was really solid. So
Good. Cool.
I would say good as well. Not only, for the competition aspect of it, but YouTube has been around for years, so they've
Yeah.
got huge base already of people that go to YouTube on a daily basis. So
Absolutely.
adding this in, absolutely a good thing.
Yeah,
Might
and
as well.
it almost just seemed like a natural progression. They tried to buy Twitch and that didn't work out, so it was inevitable until they added a live stream. I mean, you could already live stream, it just wasn't kind of dedicated to it. So yeah, it was inevitable, and it's a good thing. I don't see any reason why it would be any.
yeah, Lucid Nightmare says maybe there won't be as many trolls for Twitch. Oh, by the way, he asked to be called
Maybe.
Daddy, so technically we should be
Daddy.
saying Daddy.
All right, I'm
Daddy
not gonna
Night-
call him that.
Daddy Nightmare.
He says,
Jeez.
yeah, that maybe there won't be as many trolls. I had like a couple minor trolls, but and like a couple people trying to post spoilers, which
Yeah.
isn't cool. But like for the most part, everybody was awesome, and like there were people trying to like drown out the spoilers and stuff
Right.
because
Well, that's good.
yeah,
That's good.
it
It's
was
good to see community kind of shielding you against its own.
totally
That makes
yeah.
sense.
And-
So that's good.
Unfortunately, I think there's going to be trolls anywhere you go.
Yeah,
on the internet.
that's
It's
just the internet.
A nature of the beast.
For sure, and you just kind of roll with it. But yeah, YouTube gaming, check it out. I'm sure it'll grow in popularity, and hopefully, it will help the streaming community kind of thrive.
Yeah.
Moving on, the news. A lot of people say I don't watch the news because all you hear is bad stuff. All you hear is bad. Well, this was kind of like a good guys save the day type of situation.
Could have been very bad.
This could have been really, really bad, but apparently, these two guys, I don't know if they tweeted about it, but somehow were letting it known that they were gonna go to the the Pokemon World Championships and kill the competition. And
Literally.
literally. When you would read that, you might just say offhandedly, "Oh, they're gonna try to win." Well, somehow the authorities, the FBI, and the Homeland Security got word that these guys were legit and they are armed
Yeah.
and they've got guns in their car.
Yeah, it was
And-
a Facebook chat conversation where they made references to Columbine Part 2, another Boston massacre, the Boston bombing, and they also said, my AR-15 says you lose as part of the conversation. So,
Wow.
not the most covert way to plan a mass shooting, but it's
Well, thankfully,
really, yeah, and thank God someone actually shared it,
right?
Like,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And so apparently the way it went down is when they pulled him over, they weren't able to actually arrest him right then, so they had to let him go. But they were able to impound the vehicle. Then they got a warrant, and they found an AR automatic rifle and a shotgun.
Yeah, that's what it said.
Mhm.
Yeah, 12 gauge shotgun, AR rifle, several hundred rounds of ammunition. Right here, there you go. There's
Wow.
a picture of all that. That's ridiculous. And it's like, what drives these kids to think that this is okay? Like,
Yeah,
we don't like this team in this video game or this card game, Pokemon, the video
Yeah,
game, yeah,
Pokemon
Pokemon
of
World
all
Championship.
things.
Yeah, it's just like, I just don't.
to me, it's the same thing like the whole swatting thing that's been going around, tagging people's IP addresses and calling the SWAT team to their house. Somebody murdered the whole family. I'm going to do this
Right.
for.
Yeah.
And, the SWAT team comes barging in. That's how people get hurt and killed is, SWAT team doesn't know the situation. They think they're going into a hostage situation or
They're doing their
Yeah,
job.
they're doing their
They're
job.
doing
yeah.
their job,
and trying to stay
absolutely.
alive. Yeah.
absolutely don't understand this thought process. It's foreign to me.
I don't either.
I just don't get it. But if people are getting bullied or whatever, and they're thinking about harming themselves or harming other people, there's resources out there. You don't have to suffer silently. Go out, get help. You
Mhm.
don't have to harm somebody else
Right.
or yourself, go get help. I've been down that path. It is a dark, dark path. And I went out and got help on my own, and it, that was 20 years ago, and it's been all for the better, and
That's good.
everything's great.
Yeah.
So absolutely, this really mind blowed me. I just was like, I don't understand this, but it is what it is. But there is resources out there. If you're watching this now or later, uh, and you're contemplating this, absolutely go out, get
Yeah.
help.
Or if you know somebody, that's another thing that in these kinds of situations, it's like, 5 months before this or a year before this, maybe if 5 more people would have paid attention to this kid or these kids, or just said, hi, how are you doing? Are you okay today? Just reach out. Maybe it's not you.
Absolutely.
Maybe you notice somebody that's maybe acting a little funny, reach out to them, or reach out to a counselor if you don't want to approach them yourself. Something other than resorting to this. And when I first heard about it, and when you hear about the swattings and stuff, I'm like, what a bunch of idiot kids, little kid. But really, this kid was 18, 7 years old, and it's thinking, it's just like, where did they go wrong? Like, how did this become a normal thing where this is like an okay in their mind? It's a lot of social factors. You got to kind of stop blaming a single individual and look at the society as a whole. It takes a village to raise a kid type of idea.
Right.
You don't have to only focus on you, and you don't have to only focus on your family members. But if you notice something suspicious about other people, don't hesitate to speak up, because you might save someone's life.
Absolutely.
Situation, somebody saves somebody's life.
Absolutely. Or it could even be you saving yourself. So, definitely
Absolutely.
speak up. Don't live in silence. It's not good.
Definitely. This is luckily a good situation. Could have been very bad, and you could vote. You could vote all sorts of ways on this. It's Kappa. It's ridiculous that these kids would think that this is okay and they would resort to this. Two, it's bad because they actually had weapons and they were this close to it happening. Three, it's really, really good that they're able to be.
Yeah. I mean,
So
I have
I'm not even gonna put up a vote, but I'll say good.
Yeah, it could go anyway.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So.
And for, again, to be at the Pokemon World Championships,
Right.
the only other positive side of that is that it goes against all the stereotypes of people who play violent video games being violent maniacs. We don't have to worry about that narrative being the whole thing here. There's a much bigger issue with mental health.
It's a much bigger issue. And exactly. You say mental health. I'm not even going to get into the gun control argument, because that's not what the issue here. It's why is it okay in these people's minds to do this?
Absolutely.
It's definitely a mental health situation. So like you said, get help if you can. We wanted to add this in here because it is very prevalent, especially at an event like PAX and TwitchCon. Just gotta. I don't want to say keep an eye over your shoulder, but at the same time, cherish every moment, I guess.
Absolutely.
All right. After that, we'll move on here. Back to YouTube. I found this article. I've kind of found it a little weird, to be honest with you. It says Dead Realm publisher responds to YouTube disclosure criticism. Basically, okay, so 3 people that were involved making the game streamed and or posted videos of them playing the game, but then failed to disclose on the video that they were involved in making. Is that the gist?
That's pretty much what I got. It's just the most bizarre Kappa thing ever. I just don't get this. But I guess, from the FTC Trade Commission, from their perspective, they're making money from this advertisement, and they're not claiming it. I guess that would be my understanding of it. I could be completely wrong on that. And I kind of looked at some of them. I think one of the streamers had over 13 million subscribers. One had 9 million. One had 5 million. So that's a lot of subscribers to be just hey, here's this game, check it out.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it is true that you call them influencers. I believe the buzzword, social media influencers, and they're very influential, and so they show a game and give it positive reviews. It's gonna have what they call that bump, extra little bump in sales probably.
And this particular article,
everybody. didn't everybody pretty much know that they were like kind of involved with it? Like,
So yeah, like this article is Three Black Dot, which is the game's developers' response to the whole thing, and they're like a small team. It's this big long response about how like the whole community knows that they made these games. It's
yeah,
been a well-known thing. It's everywhere, and like to a degree, yes, I get that. But you know what would have been a lot easier than writing a
throw a small
huge
disclaimer.
Yes, just like throw a little thing on the video that says, "Hey, we do make money off this game." Not hard, but the fact that they're kind of still not wanting to do that shows that maybe there is a little bit going on
Deviousness
here.
to it,
Yeah.
perhaps, but it's just on my end. It's just nitpicky too. I don't know. Again, I guess you have to be nitpicky just so that people don't start bending and bending and bending and bending, and it's,
Mhm.
something that they just ignore completely.
Yeah.
So I guess that's right, and it also says, I think, that you can't just put the disclaimer on like one video and it apply to everything. You have to put it on each individual piece of content.
Yeah, I think there was something in the article saying that they had a minor tag somewhere saying that they were part of this game, but it was like in one small moment in one of the videos. So,
Mhm.
and that's where a lot of people, whoever, is up in arms over this. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this
Ridiculous.
is I think I vote Kappa because it's silly. The fact that people have to spend time writing this response and people and the
But they-
FTC is
but they
like,
don't.
yeah, you're right. They don't. They could have just put the disclaimer up and followed
Yeah.
whatever rule that regulation this is. But does it need that strict of? I don't know.
Yeah. I'm going bad. I feel like it really isn't that hard to do to just throw that up. And like if someone's like, "Hey, you're not doing that," you just throw up a disclaimer. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
So like I understand, yeah, they have a point. Like almost everybody knows this. But who cares? Like if everybody knows it, then adding the disclosure is not hurting anything. So
right, and it
just
takes
put
you
up a
what,
disclosure.
30 seconds to put up a disclosure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true. That is true.
You hit
But just
edit.
follow the rules, dang it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How about you,
I'm
Meg?
going-
Especially when it's that simple. It's like, come on.
Exactly. Exactly. I'm going Kappa on it as well. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. All right. Moving on here. Votes. Why rock band? Ross, you're a rock band. I don't
Yeah.
fill us in on this.
Band.
So yeah, I mean I've already pre-ordered it. I got the guitar bundle, so this doesn't affect me. But the base unit version of Rock Band 4, it's normally a $60 game because it's just a disc, right? It doesn't come with an instrument, and because Rock Band 4 is backwards compatible with the old instruments, you don't in theory you don't need a new bundle. But as it turns out, on Xbox One, you need an adapter to make those old instruments work. So with PS4, they could just easily do it the way it used to be. Xbox One, there's a separate thing. So on Xbox One, the game is going to be $80 standalone. You cannot get it for cheaper. It has to come with that adapter.
Gotcha.
And on PS4, it's $60 because there is no adapter.
So, okay, so you can't buy it without the adapter for it.
Right.
Need it. 'Cause
Well,
you-
yeah, you can
need
you
it
can
for your
either
past instruments. Yeah.
right. You can
Okay.
either buy the
or buy whole new
bundle.
instruments.
Yeah, buy the bundle. It's like $250, I think, for
It's
the whole bundle.
insanely expensive this time.
Yeah, and then I think it's a good thing personally. I know they were working because I follow Harmonix on Facebook, and I know they were working on trying to get the whole legacy thing with the instruments to work.
Uh-huh.
And they were talking about the radio frequencies of the 360 and the Xbox One were different, and they were trying to figure out a way to make those work. And so if I have to buy a little device to plug in a USB port to make that work, I'm all in. It saves me, 100 and whatever ridiculous amount of money in buying a whole brand new bundle when I've already got 2 guitars, the drums, everything.
Okay.
I don't have to spend $250. I can use my old stuff, pay $80. I'm gold. I'm
So
good.
you're saying from your following of it, they tried to make it use the old stuff without this adapter, but that they just with the Xbox One
They just
hardware
couldn't-
they just couldn't do it.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
it-
yeah.
It was something with the radio frequency with the Bluetooth signal that operates both on the 360
Oh, okay.
and the Xbox One. So they bought this. They basically had to make this device to convert that signal over to make the Xbox understand it. So that's
This is where I would like to point out where like something where as simple as a title can kind of skew you, because it says why Rock Band 4 is more expensive on Xbox 4.
Hmm.
Right there, if I just read that, I'm like, oh, it's more expensive. Well, that's stupid. That's
Yeah,
what the hell?
there's a reason.
Yeah, and then you think, okay, it's only $20 more, and they tried really hard to make this happen, but they couldn't. So $20 for an adapter that does make it possible versus 200, 250 to buy all the
250.
yeah, to buy all the new equipment, then absolutely that's a good deal.
Yeah.
You know, if they're saying this is the only way we could get it to work so that you don't have to buy all new equipment, then bravo, I guess.
And I agree with you guys on that. So Dopier Aura brought up a good point, which is kind of how I feel, is that like $20 for an adapter is probably a little high. And yeah, and also because like the other bundles presumably include the adapter too and aren't any more expensive on one console or the other. So like it can't be that big a deal, but they want to recoup some cost. Also, like what if you want to get Rock Band for like the drum part? So you don't want to buy a guitar bundle and you don't want to buy a full bundle of the game, but you want to buy like the new drum set and play the game. Then you have to buy the game with a $20 adapter and that you won't ever actually use. So like
I see what you're saying. Maybe just make the adapter optional.
Right, like maybe do another SKU that's just the game, or like sell the adapter set. Well, I don't know. I think they should bundle it because, or at least have a bundle, because if they don't, then people won't realize they need an adapter to use the old instruments. I wouldn't have known unless I had seen this, and yeah, I'm really hoping that they include the adapter with the guitar kit because that's why I'm buying, and I I want to use all my old instruments. But
you would think the more you pay, the more you get. Hopefully, they throw in the adapter just for good measure.
Right. Yeah. Like at the point, I don't know. Like it seems high at $20 for.
Yeah, maybe, but if it's saving you, $250, and like you said, not everyone's gonna be the same. It's not gonna save everybody, but if you've been a Rock Band 4 fan and you have all the instruments, then it's gonna save you $300.
Yeah, if you're getting into it new, you're gonna want to get the bundle with the instruments and stuff, whatever instrument you want to play. But like me and Ross, we've already got instruments.
Yeah, I'd much rather have.
$80 is not that much more to me, so it's I would totally go for it. I think it's a good thing on Harmonix's side of things. So
So Ross, are you still saying good, or are you?
No, I mean, again, like I think it's good that there's an adapter. I don't necessarily think the way that they're going about it is good. So I'm gonna go bad, but like not by a lot. Like I totally understand where they're coming from. I just think they could do a better job.
Right. Okay. I haven't played Rock Band or Guitar Hero or Rocksmith or that in a long time. I think the Wii was the last time I played some Guitar Hero. But I would love to rock out on some Rocksmith. When I come to California, I'll definitely.
Definitely, man. Yeah, I mean, we've still got it all here. So
wait,
when's this game come out again? This is October.
October, mid-October, I think.
Yeah, stream it.
I'll have Rock Band 3, but I won't have 4 by then.
Reba can sing and rock the.
Totally.
All right, moving on. Super Mario Maker Wii U console bundle exclusive to Walmart. All right. I feel like this is just like. This is just like, well, GameStop has exclusives and they have exclusives and they got exclusives. I want an exclusive. I just feel like Walmart was just like, come on, guys. I don't know.
I don't get this. I don't get why this should be exclusive of all things. It's like, because it is a bundle that might appeal to people. So like from Nintendo's perspective, this is really limiting them because they could use this as a SKU to sell the Wii U. But I don't think Nintendo really cares much about the Wii U at this point. So like being able to do this is just like we can collect a check from Walmart and whatever they get their thing. Like I can't imagine it's a big deal.
Yeah, my thinking was that Nintendo was trying to basically dump Wii U's, since the NX is supposed to be coming out sometime soon. My thought was, well, what a better place to dump Wii U's than Walmart, because that's where all the parents and grandparents are going to go come Christmas time. Hey, that's a great system. It's a Nintendo. Hey, it comes with a game. I'm buying that for my grandson. Boop. Out the door they go.
There you go. Mech, you're brilliant. That is exactly why. I didn't even really think about that, because they'll probably drop the price point a tiny bit, and when you're at Walmart, you're thinking value. Everything at Walmart is cheaper. I'm getting an extra value, and like you said, tons of grandmas and moms and stuff
It'll be
Smart.
it'll be
And little
300.
kids, Mom, give me this. Yeah.
It'll be $300, and like, yeah, like I think the bundle thing is like a no-brainer, of course, right?
Yeah.
Like you want to get these things off shelves, but might as well bundle it with their big game. But yeah, like as for just Walmart, it's like, really, like you're making a deal with that.
And you
Yeah.
can get just about anything at Walmart, so why not throw it in there? Come Christmas time, they're gonna want a one-stop shop place anyway. So
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
a better place than to go
Be
there.
exclusive though, but
Yeah, like it would be
exclusive.
at Walmart either way. So
Right.
like if it's exclusive,
Well,
like who really gains? Like I guess Walmart, but not that
Yeah,
much.
there's nobody out there that's like, I was gonna get this anyways, and now I have to go get it at Walmart.
Well, and that could be
Know what I
just
mean?
a marketing ploy to
Yeah.
begin with as well.
True.
Say, hey, you can only get this here.
True.
But we're really just trying to dump these so the
Yeah.
NX comes out and
Yeah, and Walmart and Walmart's benefiting, saying, you're only gonna get this here. So the people that were looking for it, they have to now go to Walmart. And when you're in Walmart, you might be like, oh, I want to buy something else while I'm here. So, yeah, it's definitely a marketing and a get rid of product type of idea, I guess.
Yeah, I think
Good-
that's what they're trying to do.
Good,
I
bad,
think it's
Kappa. Yeah,
I
kind
think
of.
I'm Kappa all over.
This is one of those Kappa articles where it's just meh.
Yeah, it's like what I don't get it. Like I get what you're saying, off shelves, but I don't see why it has to be exclusive. I don't see how that helps anyone.
Yeah.
Lucid just asked, what if somebody from GameStop buys it then sells it to GameStop? Well, you'd have to go to
Ah.
Walmart to buy it, but then if they sold it to GameStop, then it goes.
It's used,
that,
so they could
so-
sell it probably, I guess.
That's a
Since
good
it's
point.
used,
I mean, it wouldn't be a smart move for someone because I'm
yeah,
sure
you're gonna
that-
lose money on it.
Yeah, you're not gonna make money off that deal.
Yeah.
More likely they would buy it, put it on eBay, jack the price up 500%, and try and make, rip somebody off that doesn't
Yeah.
know any better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
But hey, it
That-
comes
that'd
with an amiibo, so
like rare bundle. Buy it here.
I could see some people going that like never go to Walmart going to get it just because of the amiibo.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, moving on. Game of War. Yeah, Lucy says boobs.
That's pretty much that.
The,
picture.
the infamous Kate Upton supporting and marketing Game of War
Probably about 90% of their success, honestly.
has become of this commercial. Yeah, like I
People know it.
played Game of War on my iPad before they had this market, before they did any marketing really.
Mhm.
And yeah, after that commercial came out, a lot more people started playing it, and it's not that good of a game, and it's 100% pay to win. But apparently, a former developer of them was charged with stealing secrets, and when I say charged, he was straight up arrested and is facing up to 10 years in prison after being accused of stealing trade secrets. AFP reports that. What is AFP? That just
hold on. Yeah, I think
Affiliated
it's
press
just
type
the
of
site.
video. All right.
Yeah, affiliate press.
AFP reports that after learning he was soon to be out of a job, the developer used a company laptop to download files, transfer them to an external hard drive, and then wipe and reformat the laptop before returning it to the company. Weird. If convicted, jail time and a potential $250,000 fine. I guess he was gonna make the new Game of War, the new top-selling iPad game or mobile
So
game.
here's what I love about this story is well, first of all, I'm going Kappa, but I love the fact that a company like Machine Zone, which made this game that stole from who knows how many other freemium games,
Right.
Because that's the entire market,
Yeah,
Right.
taking
it's
other
such
people's
a simple,
ideas,
yeah.
and then putting more money into advertisements. So I love that they steal all this shit.
Right.
This guy puts some of it on an external drive and wipes a laptop and sends it back.
Yeah.
And he's the one who has the 10 years of jail or a prison
Right.
time that
Right.
he's facing. Amazing.
I want to know what they mean by trade secrets.
Yeah, trade secrets.
Nothing in this game is a secret. It's all been done before. It's all been replicated
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, like
Exactly. Yeah.
How much
Clash of
time?
Clans. I mean,
Yep.
geez, how many games are there?
Yep.
I mean, there's so many clones of that game.
Yeah.
That
And what do
it's,
you-
it's totally ridiculous.
What is that genre? What would you call it? Where like you have like the time? It takes time to build. It takes time to attack. It takes time to collect resources. Like what would you call that?
I always think freemium, but I mean pretty much the
Yeah.
entire mobile base or mobile
It's
game.
like freemium time based collecting source building. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
win.
Yeah,
Here's
definitely pay to win. If
my
you pay,
Mhm.
I've seen it
buy our coins
in Game
and
of
we'll
War.
give you more stuff.
Oh yeah, I've seen it in Game of War more than any other game. Like you just can't win. Like you'll think you're doing good and you think you're building up an army, and then like you come back and you're like, oh, I was wiped out by a guy that spent $300 on this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Dopier Aura says Tycoon, and yeah, like as an actual simulation game, I would
Tycoon,
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, like freemium Tycoon, I guess.
Yeah.
Would that be a good name for it?
I vote Kappa on this just because it's not
Oh,
a
yeah.
secret, guys. It's not a secret.
Yeah, I know. What secrets are there? Yeah. You build this and you wait 4 hours.
I bet it
Yeah.
has to do with algorithms or how they figured out how much time to give people before like certain people will start handing over money to play it without pissing them off so much that they quit the game. Like just those little details that get people hooked.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it's just silly.
Yeah, this is totally Kappa. Absolutely over the
Mhm.
top. But poor bastard that's got to go to jail over.
Yeah. Oh,
Minor.
I hope he I hope he just like settles, and I mean he's probably gonna have to pay some money, but I hope he
Mhm.
just settles and doesn't have to go to jail over this. Another Kappa thing about this, the very first comment, it says, "Are the trade secrets Kate Upton's breasts?"
Yeah. And I would love it if the only file he had was like a little notepad that says hire Kate
Yeah,
Upton
exactly. You
for
hire
advertising.
like a really beautiful, famous person, and they'll sell your game for you. I think Kim Kardashian's mobile game has sold like millions of copies.
Yeah.
And it
that-
can't be good. Can't be good.
People are like, it's actually pretty good. It was like I'm not
Teenage
gonna do
girls
that one.
everywhere are getting it. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Must be good.
Yeah.
They're
Be excellent.
they're the wave of the future, right? All right.
Right.
Moving on. This one. This is kind of wow. Weird.
This weird
You
stuff.
want to talk about this, Ross?
Yeah, so there had already been kind of some articles about Konami and their insane business practices a while ago, but like Kotaku went back and like found more and more staff. So they had like a bullet point down here of just all sorts of insane things about Konami and how
Okay.
it's like prison working there. They have an internal audit office, which they call it like a secret police. So you know they check everybody's emails. They have closed circuit cameras and stuff. They have people whose job it is to sit in a room and watch cameras of their own employees working, and the same like internal audit people will actually call the workplace of people who leave Konami and get other jobs and tell them like whatever dirty secrets or try badmouth them to their new employers. Let's see.
Wow.
There's an internet VPN, so employees can't access the internet even on their own laptops at home unless they get through this VPN. And they randomly take screenshots of people's employees based on that, so that then they can use it against them or see if people are slacking or like spending
Yeah.
time on the internet.
It is a little hard. I mean, I could see
It's a little hard.
I could see where you could say it's harsh, but at the same time, like this is the dollars and cents that come through a company like this. And we just came off an article about trade secrets. Well, Konami has some stuff that they actually need to protect. You know what I'm saying? Like my dad works for Napa Auto Parts, and he has to connect through VPNs and do things with security on his laptop when he's out of the office. Like
Sure,
it's just
but
general.
But he can walk outside without people like stopping him and asking, "Where are you going?" and
Absolutely,
keeping everything on record.
Absolutely.
Like,
It's like I said, it's a little harsh, and they maybe are going overboard with it. But
yeah,
as we know, Konami's effing crazy. So
yeah. And Kotaku spoke to several Japanese game employees, at different companies, different sizes, and they all like, even though Japanese game development is a little more hardcore than American sometimes, everybody said that was extreme. Like that's not the norm. And
yeah,
okay, yeah, here's some other things. Every morning they have a meeting which is taped and broadcast on internal Konami website. All Konami employees must watch this meeting, and this is tracked. Employees who fail to watch the meeting have their name and division announced throughout the company. So they actually, when people are breaking their rules, they like go over the speaker and are like, "This person did this."
Public shaming.
Yeah, it's nuts.
weird.
I don't even know where to begin.
Hey,
on
Redmake, thanks
this.
for joining us.
This is probably the most ridiculous, bad thing that I think I've read. I don't even know where to go with this. I guess they're trying to protect some assets, and I get that, but this is just a little overboard in
Yeah.
protecting some assets. I mean, coding is coding, but come on, really? You gotta
Shame.
ask the guy that's leaving the building, where are you going?
Yeah.
I gotta go do a number 2.
Right.
Yeah, you can't go.
Yeah, and then this says shamed if they spend too much time at lunch.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, like,
they will have
so
they would go over an intercom and yell, "So
get back to work.
spent 62 minutes on lunch hour today."
Oh my gosh.
Appropriate.
So I guess, I mean, you would think this would regulate itself, because if they got too much kind of bad press or bad kind of information from employees, you would think people would stop working there. But people keep wanting working there because they put out quality titles and they probably pay pretty well, I'm imagining.
Right. Didn't some big names leave Konami recently?
Oh yeah, we've talked about it on this show. Yeah.
So, obviously some people are not digging it at all, and they're taking their stuff and they're going home and finding new employers or starting their own business.
And maybe that's why they're being tighter to the chest with the securities, because they're worried about more people being disgruntled and leaving and trying to steal stuff. Maybe, I think somebody on the board or somebody in charge is a little paranoid.
Yeah, it sounds like this might have been going on for a little while, but my guess is that a lot of this is coming out now because Konami is so unpopular after basically firing Hideo Kojima and disbanding Kojima Productions and all that like more and more people are willing to publish things like dirt on Konami. So,
they're asking in chat who left. How do you spell his name? I'll have to type it in.
Konami, Hideo Kojima. And did you have that side note?
I do. Yes, yeah. I do. As a side note to this, because we talked, I think 3 or 4 weeks ago, we had talked about how Konami removed the Hideo Kojima's name from Metal Gear Solid. And so an Australian retailer kind of sticks it to him and put a big sign up that says a Hideo Kojima game, brought to you by. So
this is a franchise-wide movement. So if you scroll down, there are like more ones where it's like, a Hideo Kojima game.
Nice. And this is all in Australia?
Yeah, this is an Australian chain.
Okay.
But yeah, they went out of their way with every single image
to make sure
put his name all over it.
Yeah.
And it's great.
Hideo Kojima game. Yeah. And it's Konami being kind of childish by taking his name off. And then this is kind of like true gamers, true, supporters of the franchise, like kind of rallying behind Kojima because it was his project. So
yeah,
cool.
It's a weird situation just because like everybody wants to support Kojima with this game and Kojima Productions because they've been working on it for years, and this really is his magnum opus. Like this will be the last Hideo Kojima Metal Gear Solid game. Yep. And it's enormous. It's by far the biggest project they've ever worked on.
It's been getting insane reviews.
It's 10 out of 10s everywhere. It's supposed to be a phenomenal game. So everybody wants to support the game, while at the same time they're like, Konami is the worst company in the world. Yeah. And we're like feeding them money on it. And so
I think last time we talked about Konami, I said anything that comes up Konami from now on, I'm voting Kappa. So I have to stick to that. Every article that comes out that we bring on the show just keeps getting more and more ridiculous. It's so funny.
Yeah, I'm on the workspace situation. I'm definitely going bad just because situations are already rough enough at a lot of game development houses where you're always or like certain ones are in crunch time, just 24/7, where people are putting in like 80 hours a week just trying to get these games done. They're not getting paid extra. They're barely seeing their families. Right. So to have all this shit on top of it for whatever trade secrets that Konami has left, even though they lost the guy who did Castlevania and they have no franchises left other than Metal Gear, and they just lost Kojima. So they're more concerned with casino games and stuff right now.
So any predictions for Konami in the next 5 years? Like, do you see it?
Sorry, saying hi to Ducky. Jar Eaters Reunite was.
Hey, Ducky.
There was a very strange tangent on YouTube earlier with Life is Strange that turned into a conversation about eating jars.
I was wondering what that was, but it was an inside joke. Okay, all right.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Good to know. So yeah, prediction. Ross, do you have any predictions for Konami in the next say 5 years? Do you see them like?
I
going
think
downhill or
Oh yeah, I think they're gonna ultimately either have to turn themselves around in an incredibly significant way and like
or get bought
introduce
out.
some really great IPs, or they're just gonna move away from like console gaming altogether and just focus on casino and mobile games. I think
Yeah.
that's really what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
I think they are going to try to make more Metal Gears because that's such a big franchise for them, and they've hired some people
Oh,
specifically to
okay.
make Metal Gear games after Kojima left. But nobody's gonna take him that seriously because
Yeah.
there's just gonna be cash-ins on his legacy, and it'll
Gotcha.
just be a bummer.
So what do you guys vote on this Konami situation?
Yeah, bad.
Bad. I'm going bad as well. Yeah, it's just not. You don't want to be in a toxic work environment.
Yeah.
It's not good for anybody. It's just
Yeah.
no. This is not good in any way.
Yeah, you
shape,
want your
or form.
employees to feel enriched and inspired, not trapped.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, cool.
Yeah.
That's our last topic for Good Bad Kappa.
That wraps it up on that. Absolutely. How's everybody doing in chat? Let me know if you're still here. Raise your hand.
I think we've actually gained more people throughout the time this time rather than
Nice.
Right on.
lost. So
it's me.
so yeah,
It's me.
Yeah, Mech. Thank you. You're the beacon.
I am the beacon. I am the one.
Yeah. So we did have some time if you guys want to talk about chat topics. Dopey Aurora, you mentioned a game which we can pull up and talk about a little bit. What was that? Let's see. Police 1013, was that it?
Yeah, please.
Let's check that out. I haven't really looked that up yet.
I'm with Ducky, by the way. I like peanut butter as well. So
who doesn't?
And 13.
I had to throw that.
Ducky had plenty of peanut butter out of the jar. I believe that was what started the jar conversation today, and turned into all sorts of other things out of jars. Just anything you could have out of a jar was a topic of conversation while I was playing Life is Strange.
I got you. All right, so I'm back on the Good Bad Kappa screen just to show this screen.
Okay. Cool.
But I'm guessing it's a police task force simulator.
Mm-hmm.
It says.
Oh, cool. So they're actually
building it. Yeah, they're even hiring for developers, but it looks like they maybe have some of it. I don't know how far along it is. Dopey, if you can fill us in.
Yeah,
so you can fill us in on the progression of this game. It does look the artwork they have here looks very beautiful.
Yeah, so it says it looks amazing. They're on Facebook. Work well with family and with fans, and yeah, it looks neat. So it's a sim. It almost sounds like those old SWAT games that used to be on PC, where like it was all about like actual procedure and going through. It's a massive multiplayer. Interesting. 100 square mile map. Like sometimes I read these things and I'm like, are they really gonna be able to pull that off? Because like
simulate. And you like start a career as a police recruit, and you kind of have to advance your career. It's interesting. I could get into it if it's well done.
Yeah, like that's a really cool idea. I hope that they can pull it out. And based out Melbourne, Australia.
The player's goal. As a player of Police 1013, your goal is to keep the residents of Metro City safe and happy. The added benefit of massive multiplayer servers, your job is easier with the help of fellow officers. So it's all going to be cooperative. Using cooperation between other players, you must navigate your way through the massive city and country areas, stopping crime of all shades and sizes, which of course will turn your city into a danger zone. So I wonder, like let's say is the crime like an instance, like will it pop up kind of on the fly, or do you have to like load into the crime area, kind of like GTA when you load into a map, like GTA is open world, but then you get to a race and you have to load into that race. I'm imagining that.
No, I get exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like if
it
were essentially an MMO system with a simulation, that'd be really interesting. But yeah, like most likely they have to parse it out a little bit or have like matches within.
I would think, but it is nice. Like he said, it's portraying police in a good light, and I don't know.
Yeah, no,
it's almost kind of something like back when Grand Theft Auto 4 was out. Me and some friends actually had like a simulation kind of thing going on where we had good guys and bad guys, and we kind of had interacted with each other in various ways, and it was actually really, really fun in the GTA world that we were playing in. It just kind of got kind of weird because people would come in and they would just be doing stupid stuff because you could.
Yeah.
We just ended up not playing it anymore. But it was a great kind of like side game that we were kind of doing, and it was absolutely a blast. So
Cool.
this could be really cool. I
Yeah.
would be interested in this.
Yeah.
If they, like I said, if they do it well, and the feeling of advancement, because if you start off as a police, I've seen some games where they have this idea of progression or advancement, and you just complete it so fast that it's not rewarding.
Hmm.
But at the same time, you don't want it to feel like a grind to advance your career either. So they kind of have to balance the aspect of the. Um, yeah, I mean, it sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, Dopey Aurora says there's about 20 different cars so far, some motorbikes and helicopters. It's pretty cool, like especially for an independent project like this. Like
Yeah.
they're really, really taking on a lot.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the FAQs. It looks like it should come out, or there'll be an alpha sometime in 2016. So it's still a little ways off.
Still a ways off. But yeah, I was looking
yeah.
at this art, and the art just looks really well done. The models are all really good. It's realistic.
Yeah. Well, definitely something to keep an
Definitely.
eye
Yeah.
out.
We'll
Thanks
well,
for the
yeah.
heads up on that. That's really cool.
Yeah. Thank you, Dobby. We'll keep our radar and definitely talk about it more on the show as it gets closer to release, or maybe get in on the beta or alpha. Or
Yeah. Let's see.
Cool.
So yeah, anything else people want to talk about, or any like cool stories, or just like things you're excited about? I guess.
Yeah. Anything
like,
coming out at PAX you guys are talking about? Trying to think if there's any big tournaments or kind of just had like a weekend of tournaments with the League of Legends finals and CS:GO Cologne. It's pulling in some big numbers. I think either Hearthstone or Heroes of the Storm also had a big tournament. Apparently, we sold out stadiums. We sold out the Madison Square Garden for League of Legends. I say we when I we as in video gamers. You know,
did a lot of promotional
esports in general. They sold out Madison Square Garden for 2 nights. They sold out some big stadium in Germany for the Counter-Strike stuff. Cologne, yes. Cologne, and then something in Sweden, I think, was Heroes of the Storm. They sold out a big stadium in Sweden, and so it's just you see esport every week. I get on this show, I think I talk about esports growing and looking promising as far as stuff to watch in the future and careers. Like people don't. You're in high school, like no one's gonna right now, none of your teachers are gonna tell you the video game industry is a decent career, but it really is, and new jobs are kind of coming out of this industries as they grow. So
I'm still waiting for my holodeck.
yeah.
you get the lens soon. That's something.
Not quite what I was hoping for. So
Yeah.
I totally want my next generation Star Trek holodeck. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Just
Absolutely.
a few years off. I will get there.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometime, I hope.
And hover cars, and then
I don't care about the hover cars. I just want the holodeck.
okay.
Assassin's Creed Syndicate's coming. Looking forward to that. I hope that's good, because like I loved Black Flag so much. And like I'd enjoyed the franchise up to that point, especially 2 and Brotherhood, but like Black Flag I thought was so cool that they did something different with it. Yeah. And then like I felt like Unity was like a step backwards, and it just felt like the old stuff. Like there was just so much stuff in it, but like nothing interesting to do.
I was, I've said it once and twice before. I'm kind of just over Assassin's Creed. If a new one comes out and it does have like a revolutionary mechanic or a new weapon or a new something, then I might be able to play. I love all of like Assassin's Creed as far as like gameplay and like just getting through it, and it's a cool story and the art's good, but I'm just bored of it.
I hope there's something special, right, about Syndicate. No, go ahead. I just hope it's different.
I'm that way with Call of Duty. It's just so overplayed, and I'm just so done with Call of Duty just for the same aspect. There's nothing really new they're bringing to the table. It's just like new maps and maybe a couple new perks, and there you go.
Right.
So I totally understand on the Assassin's Creed thing. So.
Yep. You said something. Oh, Fallout 4 is I think months away now.
It's getting close.
Yeah.
I wanted to say, so Mad Max is coming out next week.
Oh, right,
which
Mad Max.
May or may not be cool. I don't know. There aren't any reviews, but like it looks kind of neat. But
the big but in the
I'm calling it right now that the PC version is gonna have problems.
Yeah.
Don't buy the PC version because. So here are the things that took me, or I have me thinking. So Arkham Knight was a huge disaster a few months ago. Everybody knows that. On PC, great on console, fantastic game on console. PC version was a mess. So on PC for this, they well, first of all, nobody's played it. For another, they just recently had a 40% off pre-order ticket or coupon on GMG or Green Man Gaming, and that's what they did with Arkham Knight too. And with the same thing with Mad Max, that game is going to, or that coupon will expire before the game actually comes out. So they hope that you are going to spend like $37 on it and get, I'm thinking because they know it's gonna, or the publisher is allowing it because they know it's a bust. It's also the same publisher that did Arkham Knight, Warner Brothers. And if you look at the specs they released just like yesterday,
everywhere.
Specs are identical to what they said Arkham Knight was. Except for the hard drive space, where it's ridiculously high-end stuff for a console port. And so everything about this stinks to me. I'm really concerned.
Yeah, that's a lot of red flags.
Yeah, Lucid says that why it's 25% off for a PC version, 40% off on Green Man Gaming, and
already
I think so. I think absolutely this thing is a disaster. They want to strap people down to the Titanic before it sinks.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, that might not be a good thing at all. Especially with the Arkham Knight. Have they even fixed it and put it back up on Steam yet?
They were supposed to come out with an interim fix for August, right? So not even the real fix, but then at the end of August they released an update where they're like, "Good news, guys, we're testing the update. It'll come out in a few weeks from now."
Right.
And that's not even the update that'll get it to the point where they're selling the game again. They sent out notes to certain retailers where they're like, "We have an interim patch in August. We'll have one more after that. After that patch, it should be ready to sell again."
I just want to patch mine so I can play it. I didn't do what Ross did and get the refund. I just kept it and said hopefully it'll patch in a couple weeks. Well, it's been months.
And they're not
2 months
DLC on PC for now, or because it's such a mess.
Yeah. So eventually I'll I'll be way behind, but eventually I'll be able to play Arkham Knight.
So maybe by holiday this year, maybe.
Yeah. Christmas Eve, you'll see me beating the joke.
So W Aurora says new Fantastic Four wasn't good. Did anybody see
Fantastic
it?
Four game or movie?
The movie.
I did not.
I avoided it like the plague.
Yeah.
I know I mentioned it in chat before. I am so done with remakes from Hollywood. It is terrible. I watched, I don't know why I did, but I watched RoboCop and Red Dawn, and I was like, really? You changed like maybe 2 things, and that's it? It was just, no, not good.
Hey, Handsome Jack, thanks for joining us. And
the Ghostbusters movie, I'm out.
Yeah.
Poltergeist, I was out. And
there's gotta be like all these like really old like Hollywood writers that are just like slapping themselves in the face all like over these movies. Like, what are these writers doing? Like, where are the original ideas? Where are the original thoughts? Like, I understand it's difficult, but like that's your if you go into that line of work, like that's what you're doing.
Well,
I know the studios are the ones pushing a lot of these remakes because they think it's gonna sell. I understand that, but it's just like I don't know.
I'm reading a book by Thomas Lennon and Ben Garant, who are 2 of the guys from the state, but now they're like big time Hollywood screenwriters. They they wrote the Night of the Museum movies and stuff, along with some really like hacky work. But they wrote this book, how to do or make screenplays for fun and money, except for fun is crossed out. Yeah. It's like a whole book about how to sell what they actually care about, and not like how to write a good script, but how to write a script that they'll actually read or studios will pay attention to. It's the most depressing thing. Like, it's really good information, but it's so depressing. And,
wow.
Fantastic Four is at 8% on Rotten Tomatoes right now with 177 reviews.
Wow.
Ouch.
That is bad. Don't see it unless you want to like catch it on
Netflix,
Netflix or online or something, and you want to like just roast the movie the entire time. I was gonna go up to Doug Benson was in Kansas City weekends ago, and he was in a Doug Loves Movies of the Kansas City Bomber.
Yeah, like the Doug Benson Interruption.
Yeah, there you go. Doug Benson Interruption. The Kansas City Bomber, an old an old movie about like a roller derby team. You know what I'm talking about? And
Yeah, I saw
he was,
something about that.
he was at one of the theaters in Kansas City, and I happened to be down, but I didn't catch it. I was upset.
Yeah, that would be a fun show to attend. Like,
yeah, like you're in a theater, and Doug Benson is probably like high off his ass in the front, just like shouting things about the movie and making fun of it, and like.
I was gonna say, does he get high at those live screenings? Because
well, in some. I mean, obviously, some towns are not
high. Like,
right.
That's the whole premise.
Well, I'm just like a place like Kansas City where it's not legal. Like, I'm assuming that he got high and showed up. Like, I would never imagine that Doug Benson's showing up at a thing not somewhat. Just my personal like assumption of him. It may not be the case, but that's the persona that he puts out. So I feel.
Yeah.
Doug Benson is pretty funny. I think we kind of. I went through a lot of stuff here.
Had kind of
Mech,
a short
are you,
show this week.
Yeah, Mech, are you looking forward to anything in the coming weeks or any news?
We do need to do our giveaway.
Yeah, we will. Don't worry about that.
The only thing that I'm really just goober geeking on right now is Fallout 4.
Yeah.
I just keep hearing more and more good stuff about it, and I just get nerd everywhere. My wife just hates me for it. So
absolutely, and the fact that it's done, the fact that they completed the game a long time ago, and they're spending all this time like cleaning it up and perfecting it and like really making it polished, it's gonna be good.
Yeah, that is definitely top on my radar. Star Wars Battlefront's top on my radar as well. Rock Band 4, of course, absolutely. I'm a Rock Band junkie. I love that game. I could play it for hours.
We'll have a show. Then at the end of the show, Beck and Ross can be our musical guests, and they can like do a Rock Band set. On stream.
Yeah, I have to figure out where I'm gonna Skype from. I might have to be on a laptop and
just kind of point it to the corner and stand up.
There we go.
As long as you got from the waist up.
It's not great for a Rock Band, but
as long as you got the waist up.
Hey Max, thanks for joining us.
Hey Max, what's going on, man? You caught the end of the show, but you're just in time for giveaway time. I'm gonna push this giveaway button. I don't know if I'm gonna mess up the chat. I may mess up the chat like over here on the overlay.
I have no idea how any of this works.
Giveaway is like incorporated in chat. But yeah, see. Okay, so now you're seeing a different window over here. So I gotta set. This is the amount of people that are in chat. I'm gonna give it a keyword. So everybody type in this keyword. UH. Yeah, let's just do UH.
Everybody who's in the thing, but not us, right?
Right. Yeah. Everybody's. Well, Mech can win if he wants.
Oh yeah.
No, good.
Yeah, the game's not that good, anyways.
Yeah.
You're fine.
I've seen enough of it to know I'm out.
We're giving away 2 copies of a game called The Flock. It's basically a game of a flashlight tag where you kind of have to like stand still to freeze, and there's a limited population. You can learn about it. We've talked about it on our previous episodes if you want to go check us out on YouTube. But yeah, so type in right here, !UH into chat, and it should enter you into the giveaway. I'll let that go for like 4 or 5 minutes, and we'll roll it.
Cool. And we'll probably do more of these giveaways because, like,
in the future we're gonna do a lot more.
You've got a lot of games to give away too, right? And I have a ridiculous number of games I can give away, so we'll see. Cool.
Janice wants us to give him encoding options. That's not our option.
Yeah, I wish we could. That is one thing that YouTube lets you do, which is kind of
cool. It's up to Twitch.
Yeah.
Basically, on Twitch, if you get above a certain amount of viewers, they will automatically switch you over to the encoding option. But right now, if you're in chat and you would like to win a copy of The Flock, type UH, type !UH in chat, and you will be entered in. Right now, we've got Dopey, Eagle, 91 Joker, Handsome Jack, Janice, Lucid Nightmare, Terminator Z11. Wow, I didn't even know these people were in here watching. You lurkers.
Thank you.
You lurkers.
Anybody not communicating, great to have you. It's really cool.
In the meantime, while we're giving people a chance to enter, we do this talk show every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central. What is that? 8 Eastern, 6 Mountain Time, 5 Pacific Time. So yeah, every Wednesday. I also have a solo channel at twitch.tv/Kniff. I need to get into doing it more. I was doing it for a while there. Ross, go ahead and type in your stuff and talk about your stuff.
Yeah, so just a moment. I actually I had a notepad. Hold on. There we go. So I'm just gonna copy paste if Twitch lets me, because they did not like this on YouTube earlier. It actually, even if it's on your own stream, if you're sending out a number of links, they're like, you must be spamming everybody.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
So there you go. You can all.
And here's a link. Here's a link to the game that we're giving away, guys. There's a link to the Flock. You guys haven't seen it yet. It's an okay game if you have some friends to play with. Right now, it's not like super fun online. It's the matchmaking great. There's limited maps. Hopefully, they're gonna roll out some DLC content, maybe some more maps, some more game modes, maybe a way for like rapid deaths to occur, because there's a fixed population and it's going down very slowly. So we shall see.
Yeah, like I'm not holding out hope that they're gonna do that much, but hey, free game. And
yeah, and we're giving away 2 copies. So
2 copies in future shows. We're gonna try and make these giveaways a little more common. Like, I'm looking through my list. I've got stuff like Dead Space 2 and Antichamber, To the Moon, Limbo,
Okay.
Serious Sam 1 and 2 HD, Broken Age.
I would say, let's just do this. Let's say in between
sorts of good stuff.
and TwitchCon, which is 4 weeks, so probably 3 or 4 shows. In between now and TwitchCon, we'll do a giveaway each show. It may be 1 game, it may be 2 games, but we'll do a giveaway each show between now and TwitchCon. So come back next week if you don't win something tonight.
So in other words, hit the follow button.
Hit that follow button, dudes.
It'll tell you and everything if you want to.
Watch me whip. Watch me
remind you for us, or follow us on Twitter. In my giant mass of information on there, one of the things is our Twitter, I believe. Let me double check on that. Yeah. Yeah, it does. Twitter, if you just do @Medium Mashup, or not Medium Mashup, sorry, @Unknown Hosts.
Ross, sorry, do you have your Steam code ready to send?
Yeah, I have it as a gift right now, so I can send someone a message as a link, and it'll be no problem at all. Here, let me try something. Yeah, sorry. Tried reposting it with a special formatting, and it still just screwed it up. So
yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead. I'm gonna do the giftable link. Gifting this item removes it from order, turns into giftable.
Right.
You can't undo this action. So yeah, I'm just gonna create gift link.
Yep, that's what I did. You click the link, and then it says, "Lucky you, a friend sent you a gift through Humble Bundle." And then you can just copy that location, and we can send it in a message to them, and then they can put their own email in it, and it'll automatically send it to their email. Copy
link address. Well, I'll just send the link in a Twitch message.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and roll for the first copy of the Flock. Everybody, get your last minutes in there. Roll, and the first winner is Lucid Nightmare. Lucid Nightmare 14 has won the first copy, and as a very interesting coincidence, because Lucid Nightmare is doing some graphic work for us. So if you want to go check out Lucid Nightmare's Twitch channel, he's been streaming on the creative section, doing graphics, logos. Sometimes he will choose somebody in his chat and create a free logo for them on the fly. I'm gonna paste his his link. That's kind of
sure what rigged,
he says.
So rigged. So
rigged.
You got the wrong Lucid.
It's that you guys saw it right there. I didn't do anything. I just clicked the button and it rolled. You know what I'm saying?
So do you know, Kniff, the way that this giveaway thing works? Does it only let 1 entry in, or does it count every instance of when somebody said?
It only counts it once. You can see here on the list how it only lists their name twice. Yeah, those are the people entered. You can't like spam and then have it enter you like 20 times. Doesn't work.
That'd be a bummer.
I'm trying to figure out if I can re-roll with people that have already entered, or if I'm gonna need people to Oh, I can roll again. All right. So, Lucid Nightmare got the first copy. Go check him out because he streams some cool creative stuff. He's a good designer. If you guys need graphics, pay him some money and I don't know, he may do it for free if you're lucky. All right, I'm gonna roll for the second one. Ready, roll. Janiz, what's up?
All right.
Ross, do you want to go ahead and message your link to Janice? Because since
totally.
Since
That's why
the other one, Lucid will be really easy to.
I'm on it.
Janice, are you still here? Hold on, don't message him yet. Don't message him. Wait till he responds. Wait till he responds. He's got to respond. Janice, are you still here, my friend? Janice.
Yeah, if you're with us, send us a reply, and we will send you your game.
I'll give him 30 more seconds.
Yeah.
Need you to say something.
Delay.
Need you to say something so we know
just
you're still here.
Type a letter. Type a letter.
Type anything, Janice. We'll give you a little bit more time, but we need to make sure. All right, there he is.
Yay!
Yahtzee.
Yay.
All
right.
Congratulations.
So, congratulations, man. Enjoy the game. I hope. It has potential. The game can be fun if you find 5 people to play with you consistently.
Right, and I mean, you can always message us if we're on, and we might play with you. My Twitch handle is Ross Miller.
Yeah, there you go. Add Ross on Twitch or on Steam. He will play the flock with you, and I might as well if I'm online. But Ross, you're sending it to him?
Yeah, I'm just doing it real quick.
Okay, so Janice, Ross is messaging you on your Twitch messages. You'll probably have to access it from desktop if you're not already on there. I don't think you can get it from mobile. But you got to go to your desktop, go to Twitch messages. He'll have a link emailed to you. You click on the link. It'll take you to a Humble Bundle page. You type in your information, click claim, and it'll give you the code for your game on Steam.
All right. And, yeah.
No.
Steam delayed. No, you won. You're good.
Nope, we don't need your Steam ID. He sent you a Twitch message, and in the Twitch messages will be a link to claim your game.
Yeah, it should be set. Let me know if you have any trouble on that. I'll leave this open.
And
but
everybody else, if you didn't win tonight, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking the channel out. Hit the follow button. We'll be live next Wednesday, same time, 7 p.m. Central, 5 Pacific, 8 Eastern.
8 Eastern, 7 Central, 6 Mountain, 5 Pacific.
There you go. Next week,
so
and you'll have another chance to maybe win a game or something. So, yeah.
Yeah, and we really hope you enjoyed the show. Like, we had a lot of first-time viewers, so thanks a lot. It's
and thank
awesome
you to
have
Mech.
all here.
Thank you to Mech. Mech is generally in the chat, and next week you'll be able to find him, hopefully, in the chat. But he's a longtime supporter, and he was able to come on today and help us out. So thank you very much, Mech.
Absolutely appreciate the time.
Cool. I'm glad you had fun. I think with that, we're going to say goodbye, and we will talk to you next week. Janice, if you didn't get that, make sure you let us know. But other than that, bye, guys. Take it easy.
Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.